can ring it and go, Nana, would you bring me my water? The thing is that she just had strep, so she really needed to use it. So.
Oh, man.
Keith ran down the hall.
I can hear him talking. He's talking to Jen.
We're back.
Okay, so we're back from executive session, no action taken.
After discussion with the update, I make a motion that we allow Crystal, to be signatory for, the update, in reference to, the wage, lawsuit.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Thank you.
thank you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Hi.
Hello.
Those out of your mind. So you guys can.
Make yourself at home.
Our second home, or third.
Yeah. Thank you for, taking care of those emails I sent you.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am. No
I
problem.
did try to take care of one myself, but I saw this.
That's what we're here for. Good evening, Commission. Jeremy Myers, Public Works Administrator. Got Kaylin Ross, Administrative Services Manager with us today. First thing would be medium salt competitive quotes. These were sent out to 4 different vendors for the estimated 500 ton needed for the 2025-2026 winter seasons. Season. Quotes are due back August 1st, 2025 by 4:30. Next, we have the RFQ for the SS4A grant. The RFQ for the SS4A Safety Action Plan was sent out on 7/10 of 25, as well as it was posted on the website, and a public notice has been published on JC Post for that. They are due back on August 15th. From here, a committee will be formed to review, evaluate, and interview qualifying firms. And once that has been completed, a signed contract will be presented. And we've also gotten with legal, so she can prepare a drafted contract for that. So we've already had some firms reach out to us and ask a few questions. So there seems to be some pretty good interest in that.
So that was because you published it,
What's that?
to get the responses.
Oh, I think in part, and then we also used KDOT's pre-qualified engineer list. So we sent out several of them. I don't remember the exact number, but there's a lot of firms that received it, so.
We also looked on the SS4A, like federal website. They have a list of all of their past awardees. So we went through that list and called those counties or cities in the state and asked who they used and if they were happy with them. And then we just sent, made sure they were on our list and then sent them the RFQ if they were not already. So we got, I think 2 from that, which was very helpful. So hopefully we got some good interest.
Good.
We're hoping to get many back to review and make
Start
a
all that.
And how do you do your committee to review?
So we'll just select the committee when it gets a little bit closer to time. We'll reach out to the commission and see if any of you would like to be on the board, and then kind of come up with some other ones as well. So I know this project is near and dear to Tricia's heart, so maybe she'd wanna get on board with
Be
us.
on it.
Next, we have courthouse phase one completion. Phase one of the grant funded project at the courthouse has been completed, and all the documents have been turned in to Heritage Trust Fund for review and approval, and those were sent in on 7/16 of 2025. Completion reports required answering questions about the project and the contractor, submitting 15 to 20 photos, each with a description, and providing a maintenance schedule for the next 5 years, and submitting invoices and proof of payment, and returning the HTF sign that had been posted during construction. So as soon as we receive our reimbursement in the amount of $100,000, we will advise commission, and that amount will be deposited into the CIP fund.
Gotten a lot of compliments on how good it looks.
It's
It really
it
does
is-
look
it
really
does.
nice.
It is good to see like the before and after. We have ready for our next like quarterly report
Oh, good.
presentation, but yeah, it is a big difference on it.
Now, I'll throw one caveat out here.
Mhm.
When I drove by yesterday, the sign that says courthouse.
Got
it
that
looks
done
like it
today.
needs a little help.
It got done today.
Got done today.
I did,
Yeah.
really?
We're on it.
God, you were way ahead of me.
Late.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, I went by there tonight, and that's not even on.
Yeah, they did that
They're doing
today.
the
I
front
got
wall
pictures
now,
of
right?
it, yeah.
They're doing the front
Yep,
wall.
they're doing the
Yeah.
wall along there. There's
Oh,
some
okay.
portions of wall there in the back.
And I saw
behind
a
the
Junction
security.
put the, or Main Street put the JC right there on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really
I
good.
noticed that.
Mhm.
Yes, the
Well,
sign,
thank you.
it all cleaned up, so
Yeah.
it'll match as
He knew,
well.
he did it before you even knew.
Yeah. You are on top of it.
Next, we got the sewer number 4 Kansas revolving fund pre-application approval. We did receive a letter from KDHE stating Geary County Sewer District number 4 has been selected in the KDHE 2026 intended use plan to apply for a loan in the amount of $996,744. This is from the Kansas Water Pollution Control Revolving Fund. And that does have an estimated $598,064 in loan forgiveness. If this KDH loan is still being considered by the county must submit a completed wastewater loan application by October 15th of 2025. Would the commission like to move forward with that?
I thought that was a plan, wasn't it?
Yep,
Yes.
Yep.
this has been a long
Yes,
time
it
in
has.
the
I was like, I
process,
think we've
so.
already, yeah.
Yep, so basically, we've been pre-qualified to apply for the loan. I did talk to Tammy a little bit about it and, just to make sure that we all had everything understood, and the county would have to bond out for the specific district, like we did with the
Mhm.
Lagoon project, and have town hall meetings and all of that before it all pushes through. But I will go ahead and get with Randy at Call Valley, and we'll work on getting that application submitted.
Good.
We're still waiting to hear back on the water side of things. We have not received a letter for that one yet.
I haven't been out to where, after you guys put in that, made sure the road was out there. Has there
Mhm.
been any new housing developments out there?
There hasn't been for some time, yeah, but
I'm just curious.
yeah, I think pretty much we're down to them needing some sewer lines and some
Because
water
of
lines
that.
in order to kind of keep
It's
things
so pretty
going.
out there.
It is a nice area. Next, I've got a 7th Street warehouse HVAC repair. The HVAC system over there broke down, and it started out with a $1,200 repair for a leak in the system and a bad condenser fan motor. And so this thing kind of spiraled. Once they did that, then the compressor went out on it. And that first repair was $1,200, and then we had a $4,956 repair for the compressor. Well, then after they put the compressor in with the new pressures and stuff, they found out there's a blockage in their evaporator coil. So I did give approval to go ahead and put that in at $2,576 for a total repair of $8,732. Like I said, that kind of just spiraled downhill, but I did get a cost to replace that whole system, and it was $10,103. So we are still a little bit cheaper than that, then they figured we could get another 7 to 10 years out of this unit with the repairs that have been made. So
So is it up and running now?
it is up and running now, yep.
And does that serve the whole building or just?
No, there's a couple different ones there. That's just a portion because we did add a new unit to a portion of it last year when Corey was still here. So this is the other unit there. Chip sealing operations overtime. I did approve overtime for chip seal operations for the week of 7/7 through 7/11, while also giving employees the option to flex their time over 40 hours and go home early on Friday, 7/11. Prior to making the decision, the budget activity report was reviewed. And as of 7/3, we had used 37.59% of our budgeted overtime. So with that, I felt pretty confident that I could give them that option. I think it's important that, our employees are here to make money. And when we ask them to work those types of operations in particular, I'd like to give them that option. So any other things, I think if they run a little bit over during the week that they need to flex that time. But I think there are occasions that it is warranted.
I reached out to Jeremy. I was working on the field and noticed that with our summer hour schedule, they were coming back way after, going by my field. And so I called Jeremy to say, what do you do about this? And that was his recommendation. And so.
Yeah, like I said, I just think it's important that they have that option, on certain situations like the chip sealing, and it's not me making that call for them.
Mhm.
I don't know whether somebody needs a few extra bucks to get by or those type of things.
Sure.
And total hours for that week were 13 hours between 7 staff members. There was a number of them that did flex their time and go home as well. Like I had mentioned to Keith, a lot of them will take that option. They'd rather just go home and have a little extra weekend. So bring you up to speed on that. Policy 50.33 approval. Public works staff are interested in utilizing the logoed clothing allotment again this year. As stated in policy 50.33, we would ensure each employee stays under the $100 limit. Once all items are ordered, the list will be sent to HR for taxable fringe benefit calculations. So. Second Saturday of the month, customers from July 12th, 2025, HHW had around 10 customers and the recycling center had around 29. We are trying to remember to send out a public notice the week of these Saturdays being open to help remind the public, and we think it is paying off. It seems that was a pretty good number
That
there.
is a good number.
So this also gets shared on social media. So we want to thank those departments who share this post on their pages as well. Purple Wave auction update. At a previous commission meeting, we advised our next Purple Wave auction was going to end on August 19th. This has been pushed back now to closing on September 2nd. And this will allow for more time getting items prepared. And again, we want to thank those department heads that got things prepared and got them in line for that deadline that was put out for that. Great cooperation amongst all. We appreciate it. Public Works fuel system. On July 10th, the fuel system went out at Public Works due to what was later diagnosed as a motherboard failure. The part had to be ordered and should arrive and be installed yet this week. The cost of that motherboard is $2,143.20. We had a little bit of trouble with that deal. We used double check quite a bit, but they were in training, had all of their techs in training, but I think one. And so getting somebody here to diagnose it and look at it was very difficult. We ended up reaching out to another contractor, Hoydell out of Wichita, and they were able to get out and get it looked at and get this motherboard ordered. So
what, I didn't respond to the email, but what did you do to get by? I know Kurt Yonke called me because they had a fire out there on 177 and they just had to use a purchase card to get fuel.
Yeah. So for our particular department, We are able to switch the system over to manual mode, but when you do that, then we have to manually record all of the gallons that are pumped out of it. So Jacob, our shop supervisor, when the guys fill up their equipment, he'll go out there and actually write that down because he's got to keep his reports accurate with the fuel system and everything else. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, we're able to kind of get some fuel out of there, but I think opening that up to, of course, Jacob's not here 24 hours a day either to record that. So we kind of just keep
Does
it.
the sheriff's office still, they get fuel over there too, right?
They do, yes, but they also have a P card or a purchase card that they're using in times that we're down like this. So it's been a lengthy process. I sure hate to see it down this long, but we are diligently working to try to get it back up and going. Next, we've got SNAP Ed. We met with the Extension Office regarding the SNAP Ed program, to which they advised that due to federal funding, it would be going away. SNAP Ed currently leases an office space in the annex building, and the lease running through 10/1 of 2028. They felt at the time that we met, the program would wrap up sometime this September. So then they would move out all of the belongings out of that office space and clean it out. Does the commission have any specific instructions as we go through this process? I know Betsy sent me the lease. I reviewed the lease. There was like a 60-day letter that had to be written, to terminate the lease, but I just wanted to make sure with
Who are we
With
gonna go
this.
after then? Who are we gonna go after, the federal government?
what I know, right?
Good luck with that.
Right? No, that's sad because those people are losing their jobs and it is a very good benefit for our community. It's,
Yeah.
It is sad that we are losing that.
Yeah, and I think they had a lot of uncertainties of where a lot of that stuff in there would go, whether it's gonna go back to K-State or those sorts of things, but we told them we would work with them the best that we can.
Because there's, we put a ventilation hood in there, right?
Yeah, there's a kitchen space in there, yeah, I don't know, all the particulars of that. Well, that would have been before my time, but they got quite a bit of stuff in there actually,
Yeah.
so.
Well,
I don't know what to do with the space.
I wouldn't take that stuff out of there in case, they decide, oh, we're gonna do this now.
Well, yeah.
And talking to Kyler and Renee, our SNAP Ed was a bit different than most SNAP Eds as far as having an office space. Most of them do not have an office space. They work out of their home or something like that. So she did say, and he did say that if the program ever did come back, I don't think that they
They
would.
did have one.
Yeah, I don't think that they would go back into another specific office for SNAP Ed. So I don't know. We can kind of play around and see
I don't know.
what some options are. I know we kind of threw out there just spitballing and thinking, if maybe we can do something with soil conservation downstairs, maybe put Angela up there if she would be willing to do that, and put some admin from the sheriff's department in there and get them out from underneath those cells might be an option, or, just some things to think about
Good thinking.
where we could possibly.
Make it an Airbnb and make some money.
We're a nonprofit.
Yeah, so there's always some options to think about there, but just to let you know that
Okay.
will be emptying out. And they did request that we do an additional fogging in that area, which took place last Friday. They opened everything up and we did perform another fogging before they start moving that out because they had fears of transporting little creatures
Yeah.
other places and stuff. So we did take care of that. That kind of wraps that up. Last thing we have is a voucher for the cleanup day that we're going to pass out to you. You don't have to review it right now, but if you would take the time to review it, maybe shoot me back an email on your thoughts of it if you think that'll work. It does pretty well mirror the city's voucher.
Okay.
So we're kind of keeping things similar there.
I had notes down about the cleanup and the tires situation in the city, but I see you've got that kind of addressed.
Yeah, yep, I think it's spelled out pretty good there, and they've also they're gonna do a lot of social media things, and they've got some QR codes that can be scanned on the city side of things.
Well, I do want, you to get with Gary and have him do a, Everbridge.
Yep, yep.
About it too.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this actually looks really good. So people who live in the county will come to your office and get one of these, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And then I think as Trish and I talked, the voucher does say through the 9th because
They're not open, yeah.
the transfer station would not be open on the 10th, but they are gonna push this through the 10th, which is a Sunday, but everything would have to go to a dumpster at that point. So
Yeah, they said only till 3 on,
till 3,
Yeah.
yeah.
on the 10th,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
starting,
I shared it on the county website too. And
Okay,
Yeah.
and they're gonna hand these out at the city next Monday, so we'll just have them ready too, if that works for you guys on that date, and then they'll have a week to come get the voucher, and then the next week it'll be here. So
Awesome.
So basically, you need our approval on this.
yeah, I would like you to
Oh,
approve.
then I
if
make a
you-
motion that we approve that. It looks good.
Yeah, I think it was
If
fine.
you agree
You guys
with
have
it.
done a great job getting that put together. I hope it's successful.
I do too.
Um,
And I'm
you
sure
make
there'll be a lot
motion, I'll
of
second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
things. I'm sure there'll be some things learned through it,
Oh, yeah.
better- create some
Yeah.
better processes next
Yeah,
time, but
how
that's
we
the
can do it
first
better
one.
next
That's
time.
right.
Yeah,
But I know there's some groups that are getting together for volunteers
Oh,
to
great.
like, get with like older disabled
Mm-hmm.
people and picking up the stuff and so. Yeah. I think so.
All righty, well, that's all we have.
All right.
Commission have anything for us?
No,
Thank you.
Just
Keep up the good
emails?
work.
when I do, I call you.
That's right.
Hey, I think we need to, Jeremy has been here 2 times on the night meeting, so I would like to see the appraiser and GIS come and give their reports next month,
And not him?
and not Jeremy unless he absolutely has to. Do tell us something.
Do we want to switch my day? Then I guess I'm the first and third. Do
third,
we want to do
yeah.
like a first and last or?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at the schedule and see,
Okay.
and then I'll give it to you.
I just don't think it's fair that he has to be the only one to come.
Well, that's what I asked last week. I said, because he's the third Monday of the week, and I thought, or of the month, and I thought, and that's not fair that he has to come every time. That's right.
We could also play it by ear, I guess, if I needed to get some approvals, I could get on if
Yeah,
I needed to.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll do that, because if I come the first and the third, push it to the fourth, then I'm right back a week later as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That may be a little bit
Well,
quicker.
we'll figure it
We can
out.
play it by ear, but no, I appreciate that, but as mentioned before, I don't have a problem with it, so. Team player.
Well, I think that Jeremy, or I think that, Troy and Travis need to come see us.
They would enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
You
he
just
will.
want Troy to come in here.
I give him a hard time.
Commission, thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Good work.
Thank you. Good evening, Charles.
Same Charles, you're on the 3rd Monday, right?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
am.
So
Well, maybe
we can figure out another time, so you don't have to come every month at night anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it too much, but
do I hear a motion to open up as the public board of health?
So moved.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
I'm Charles Martinez. I'm the Geary County Health Department Director. So for this month, we had a couple situations happening. I'm sure you know about the budget cuts with the state that's happening with public health, and it's also on the national level. Well, we're seeing some effects. The first one was with our courier that carries our lab samples up to the state. So they cut that budget and they're using someone else now. And I don't know if they have less routes or their people are not experienced in taking labs. But they messed up a couple of times, destroying some samples.
Oh, shoot.
Did you let the state know that?
Yes,
Okay.
I let the state know and the company know. And it seems like they've got it fixed, but we're still watching out for it because, I mean, all these samples are time sensitive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If
Yeah.
it's,
if somebody needs treatment, they need to know right away,
and if they don't pick it up that day and it's a 24-hour sample,
then it needs.
we
be
have to
redrawn
redraw
again.
it.
Mhm.
And that's how we lost a few of them. But it looks like the issue's solved, but we're not,
Sure.
we're staying on top of it to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
So we had the grant reductions for our FEP grant and our IAP grant. It's down, they reduced it by 30%. They said there's a chance it may come back to 100, but they told us to plan as if it's gonna be 70 for the year. We also had our annual pharmacy inspection, and we passed that with flying colors. It was not a single issue. For disease surveillance, I decided to add another category for you guys to have eyes on, and it's the suicidal ideations. So our suicidal ideation is higher than average for counties in Kansas. It's not outrageous right now, but it's just something I want to keep an eye on. So we're actually down from May by 50%. Our measles, none in Geary County still. It looks like when our plan to get herd immunity up, that works successful. Well, there's still 90 cases in Kansas, but it hasn't touched Geary County. Our acute respiratory illness, that's down about 50%. That's more, we can't take credit for it. That's seasonal. So I want to take credit, but we didn't do anything with that. RSV and COVID are both down. We're at 0% for RSV. And COVID, we're at 0%, but last month, it was like 1 or 2 patients, so that's holding steady. And that's pretty impressive considering the rest of the country, their COVID rates are going up. So we're doing pretty good.
yeah, but you gotta be prepared.
Oh, yes, we're prepared.
I mean, cause that tells you there's a trend out there
Yes.
across the country.
So we're holding steady. The rest of the country is not. It is possible if we get an influx of people coming from outside, our rates could skyrocket. But with our vaccination rate with COVID, we're doing pretty good. For influenza, still, it's not flu season, but we track it anyways. We're at 0%. And GI issues, that's back to 18%. So throughout the year, that usually stays between 14 and 18%. So it just fluctuates.
So what is gastrointestinal?
So it's a mixture. It's anything that someone went to the ER for where their stomach was messed up. Either they're throwing up, they got nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea.
Food poisoning?
It could be food poisoning. We track that differently if it is food poisoning.
Oh, okay.
It shows up on here as a GI issue, but we also track any food poisoning situations. This is usually like they caught some kind of bacteria and it was causing them to throw up. And that's on par with the rest of the country where we're at. For our program stats or our disease surveillance, we've got 3 new sensitive diseases three new diseases that have cases. We've got chlamydia. We've got 15 new cases of that. It sounds like a lot, but that's Kansas's standard for a population our size. We're still trying to bring it down. We want it at 0, but 15 would be considered an acceptable rate. Hep C, we got 1 new case. And the malaria one that came in right at the end of the month, last month, it was someone who was out of country, caught malaria, and is being treated here, and they're a Geary County resident. That's why it's on our records. We don't have any training coming up in August. We're preparing for the back to school. We do a lot of flu clinics and things like that, and we do the back to school vaccines. So instead of going to training, we're going out to the schools. Our community partners, we are working with the Wildcat Region, the Northeast Healthcare Coalition, Kanza, and Fort Riley Public Health. For the admin updates, I know it says there was no departures, but we did let 1 person go. And that was due to the grants getting cut down. And for facility updates, it was general maintenance. I know they're supposed to come back and check out our air conditioner again in one of the sections. They fulfilled the work order, came, checked it out. They thought they fixed it, but that wasn't the problem. So they're coming back out. That's everything I have for our update.
All right, I'll make a motion, we come out of the Board of Health.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
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 And then, how long do you, for the executive session, do you think? 10 minutes?
10 minutes should be more than enough.
We need,
We need
Crystal.
She's coming.
There's,
She heard her
she
name.
is watching on cue.
I would make a motion, we go to executive session with HR, finance, and the health department director, reference non-elected personnel.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.